Alright guys, it's a fucking rainy, shitty day out here in Maryland. And we're gonna go run some errands right now. But today is the day. I already stepped back technically in a ring. It was a boxing ring out in LA with the 5%ers. We're actually gonna start some mat work and chain wrestling work today with my boy Bobby. Bobby the Body Shields. So when we get to the gym, actually gonna lace the boots up for the first time. Put the boots on and lace them up for the first time in like 15 years. Last night when I was packing all my ring gear and stuff together, my pads and stuff, we're probably not gonna do much bumping today. Maybe. I mean, it's a padded floor, so I may take a few bumps just to see how it feels, but getting ready to lace up the boots again, especially after watching something like WrestleMania. I went with Bobby to a WrestleMania party where there were other independent wrestlers hanging out together and everybody was watching it together. And you know, like I'm watching it and you get the nervous kind of anxiety that, you know, I'm going to be getting back in the ring. You know, this is 15 years later. I'm almost 40 years old now. And you look at some of the other guys that have been around for a while, and, you know, Bobby is younger than I am. But still, you know, you get hurt. You know, I saw him get hurt in his ladder match. The guy whose house we were at, he had shattered his femur, taking a superplex off the top rope, which he actually landed perfectly, but shattered his femur. He was, you know, walking with a cane, and his injury is going to follow him the rest of his life. He can never get in a ring again. And I think about these things, and I'm like, this might not be the best idea in the world. I might get hurt seriously, like seriously hurt, but I still want to do it for some reason. You know, like you still want to have that one last match and get it fucking done, GIFD. So let's go do what we got to do and get to the gym and meet Bobby. All right, guys, errands that was running. Special appearance by...
Hi!
You guys are probably like, what the fuck right now, right? Well, we had to go to Verizon to separate the phone line.
Yeah.
And this is to show everybody that we're not at each other's throats. We're not hating each other. No. This is one of the things about breaking up that, like, you know, it sucks, and I bet a lot of people can't get shit like that done.
I don't
You know,
think
we
so.
just stood in Verizon for like fucking...
I'm sorry, my car's gonna get hit. That's
right,
why I keep
go get your car.
No, it's good, but I mean, the thing is with Verizon, like, they're like, well, both account holders have to be in the store at the same time. And so I looked at them, I'm like, you do realize that this is from a breakup, right? And like, I was giving him a shit about it, because like, we're on good terms. Like, you know, we talk every day, and so I was like, what if people are on bad terms? Like, what would they do?
Stand in Verizon
sit there like at each other's throat or something? I mean, like, come on. So I gave him kind of shit about that, but I was like, you know, thank God that we can be mature about it.
Mature. Go figure. So for
I know,
boys,
go figure. You mature.
You know, shit. Like me standing there being mature. What the fuck? My mom would be so proud of that. Hi, Mom.
Okay.
So if you boys and girls out there, be aware that when you go to break up, this shit you have to do. It sucks.
We had to do it with the TV too.
The TV, the cable, all that stuff.
Yeah,
so,
we were on the phone at the same time.
Don't, because I've been through it before, where you just fuck the other person over. Don't fuck the other person over. Even if you're mad at them or hate them, it'll come back to you.
It's not worth it.
Do you have any advice today on wrestling?
On wrestling?
Yeah.
Don't get hurt. Like, seriously, watch your shoulder.
Coming from the one who was in ice bath last night because
I screwed up my leg running.
Her leg running. She's just running. I'm gonna go get slammed on the ground. So don't get hurt. Is there any other wisdom?
Words of wisdom? Don't let yourself get body slammed.
That's part of wrestling. What am I? You have to get slammed.
Don't fall on your head.
That'll work. Hey guys, this is Bob Gendler, who's going to be helping me train. He's a buddy of mine who does powerlifting as well as professional wrestling for how long now?
13 years, just
13.
about.
And you were with ECW. You actually have videos on YouTube of ECW.
Well, ECWA, the East Coast Wrestling Alliance. But I have wrestled for WWE's ECW actually once, yes.
And that you have a video of that. I remember seeing the video.
Yeah.
So your gimmick name is?
So I am true talent, beautiful Bobby, the Body Shields, the perfectly pumped, proportionally perfect, powerlifting protein predator, the one and only living, breathing Tyrannosaurus Flex, the Jesus of the gym, the general of the No Limit Swolgers. Professor with a PhD in muscleology and a whole lot more.
And you're going to be helping me train. Mm-hmm. Awesome, man. So where can people find you if they want to get a hold of you?
All right, so the places you can find me, my really out-of-date website, bobbyshields.com. You can find me on Instagram at _flexappeal, or you can find me on Twitter at RealBobShields.
Real Bob Shields. All right, cool. Let's get to it.
So here's Jerry. putting on the boots for the first time in
15 years, I think. Legitimately, like seriously, like I haven't even put them on my feet. Man. Wow, it feels weird.
How's it? Yeah, I was about to say, how's it feel to put them on?
Really weird, but you know what? It's like you miss it, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, how long has it been? Like, what's the longest break you ever took?
A couple of weeks, maybe a month.
Weeks. All right, so you've never really been off for years or a decade.
Nope.
To where you're like, you know, I remember Kari, she's like, how long are you going to keep those boots? And I was like, I don't know, because I don't know when I'm going to put them on again. And I knew I would put them on again. I just didn't know if it was going to be for like a Halloween costume.
Yeah.
Or if it was going to be for a legit reason.
At least you don't have the tall ones. They tire you out when you lace them.
These are actually, I thought they were a little bit tall after I got them.
Yeah.
They cut them, like Stagecoach Wrestling, I think is where I got them from.
They'll last a lifetime then.
And, you know, like they take a tracing of your foot, you send them, and like your measurements, then you get them back. And when I got them, I was like, Goldberg used to have them, they were cut even lower. It was almost like a Doc Martin boot. And I was like, oh, maybe I should have got them like that, but the extra support really worked out well with these. So.
Yeah, that's a big reason why people are big proponents of boots for the ankle support, because there's a lot of landing weird and stuff like that.
Even just running in the ring, the way the ring moves, you know, like your weight shifts, and like, you know, you just need the extra support.
There's actually quite a few stories of people just jumping out of the ring and they have the wrestling shoes on or whatever and broke their ankle.
You know, I've seen a lot of guys wearing the Miz wears them a lot now, and I saw I think Daniel Bryan was wearing them. Prada, it's a sneaker boot that Prada makes. They're all wearing those now too for some reason. I don't know what the deal is.
Yeah, a lot of people like to wear like the wrestling shoe and kick pad. They find that they can move a little bit better in that because these have such a big heel to them, big sole that.
These actually have like about 1.5 inch, 2 inch lift on them. But people don't really realize
you'll be tall.
You're actually a lot not as tall as you seem.
All right, thank you. A lot of that too is when you're standing on a stage in front of everybody, you seem taller. Yep. You know, and that's a big reason why they want the ring up higher, because then you have to look up to the people.
It's more iconic. Let's get that superhero feel. And they always book you. They always build me like 20 pounds heavier than I was, and like 2 inches taller than I was. It was like standing 6 feet tall, weighing in at 252 pounds. I was like, what the fuck? Like, you know, just what they always did.
The WWE themselves go back and forth on that. They'll sometimes.
John Cena seems to be 6'2", 240 or 250, and I'm like, maybe he just fluctuates in weight. I mean, sometimes he does look bigger than other times, so who knows? I'll get a shot of you putting your boots on too.
All right.
I'm sure everybody here is going to be like, what the fuck are these guys doing?
At least we're not wearing full trunks to do this.
Well, that's all right. Brought on. I was like,
then it becomes a little weird. Are those the original laces still, even?
Yep.
Wow, my laces.
Another, I don't know if I brought them with me, but I have the other 2 pairs. One of the pair of black and a pair of red.
Oh,
I don't know why they sent me red.
Yeah.
They automatically assumed maybe I want red. I don't know. Instead of, I figured white would look good too, but. And you tuck the laces in the side. Before I knew how to do that, I used to take duct tape. And I would wrap duct tape around here with the laces. And then actually it was a black duct tape, like electrical tape. And I would wrap it even tighter with the duct tape until I figured out, when I looked at the other guy's boots, I was like, oh, they're tucking that shit in. I was like, all right.
Is that
knee support number 1.
so you actually have like knee supports, not so much the pads.
Well, the pad goes over the knee.
Oh, gotcha. Now will you be able to get the pad on over the boot?
Yeah.
Or did you mess that up?
I should have put the pads on first. It's been a long time, Bob. Hopefully we can get that over.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'd never be able to get my knee pads over the boot, so... Yep, that's about right. You don't realize it, but sometimes it takes longer to get dressed than it is than your actual match.
Get to that venue about 3 hours early. Get all settled in. You know, there's nothing technically really that wrong with my knees, but it's just in case for now.
It's good to keep them tight and healthy.
Ankle supports too that I put under the boots, which sometimes my ankles bother me. It's from just having the heel on the boot.
And there it is.
So we got the Pain and Gain tank top on today. See how it feels to walk around in these things. Hey Bob, how long has it been since you laced them up? 2 weeks?
Saturday.
Last Saturday?
Yep, last Saturday of the, let's see, what's today's? The 28th.
Who'd you work? What was it, Primal Conflict? Or?
No, so the place that I worked on the 28th was Keystone Championship Wrestling, and they ran in, I'm going to kill it, I think it was Parksburg, Pennsylvania. It's a suburb of Philadelphia, kind of out there, in a church, of all things.
Oh, that's right, you were saying that, yeah, in the church.
It, literally.
That was the night before WrestleMania, right?
Yep, literally. The altar and all that is right there on the other side of the ring. First time for everything.
Wrestling for God. Jumping for Jesus. Here's the Primal Conflict heavyweight belt. So right now you're the heavyweight champ of Primal Conflict. Isn't there another one too? Or no?
I lost that one.
Oh, you lost it?
But I'll be challenging for, so I was the ECWA heavyweight champion, and I'll be challenging Matt Saigon, who is now the current ECWA heavyweight champion, on April 18th in Woodbury Heights, New Jersey. So come on out to Woodbury Heights, New Jersey.
New Jersey Shore.
See that.
Here we go, baby. How's it feel now, Bob? Huh? Oh, yeah, baby.
There you go.
You stop.
All right, we're gonna do an easy, quick little bump, which this is not a ring. There's no spring. There's a pad on it, but no spring. And I took a couple bumps so far, and they say you only have so many bumps left in you. I think those took triple out. What I took, but this is one of those things that it's simple, but it has to be done right, or you're gonna get hurt. So we're gonna do a clothesline duck, elbow duck, and then he's gonna hit you with a shoulder tackle, which is a very basic move, but to take it right is not so basic. So. Come over here, Rob.
Okay. Well, then he'll be out.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to come into the screen.
Okay.
Ready? See, now if you take that wrong, you're going to get hurt. And what I mean by wrong is when you go down, your chin has to be tucked. You have to get as much of your body to take the impact as possible to absorb the impact. So when you hit that ground, everything is tucked forward, you hit flat. I mean, it still hurts, but that's the idea. So,
and even the shoulder tackle portion, like
it's violent.
There's a very specific way to do it. Otherwise, if your shoulder's out too far, for example, you're going to blow out your rotator cuff or shoulder or whatever.
Go ahead and show them as you come in.
So.
See, it's square. My shoulder is square, his shoulder is square, and you hit almost like when you, on impact, right? Like my shoulder and his shoulder are pretty much on the pec line, and it's like all the force is going into that, but it's square. So when it hits you, you go back, but you have to flatten out and tuck all at the same time in a split second, or you're going to get hurt. That's it.
So Jerry actually is remembering a whole lot after about 15 years of not wrestling.
It's because I watch it so much.
Yeah, I mean that does the trick. Because I mean, I was expecting to basically have to start completely from scratch and with him, and some of the stuff like a lockup can take some people like a whole day almost sometimes to try to learn how to do the little intricacies with it.
Which makes it look real, which makes it look entertaining and not hokey, right?
Right, exactly. It makes it look real, makes it look good. You can easily find clips of videos of kids wrestling where just a lockup in itself looks like crap, and you can find videos where it looks good. And you'll see the difference, and you know, it takes a lot of time and practice and everything like that. And yeah, sometimes it takes people forever to just remember the simple things or to learn the simple things.
So what's the main thing? Just don't get discouraged, keep trying it.
Yeah. It took me ages to get down some things, and here I am 13 years later doing it still. Just some things you're not good at getting, and then someday it'll just click.
Yeah.